property transactions.
No, yesterday I not joined call due to
Okay.
some professional commitment. So you told that time to revision for this chapter.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Have you told that time yesterday to revise this
No,
chapter?
no, I have not told yesterday. Actually, like I told in the prior session that revise these units. Uh, no problem. Like we can do some practice from this property transaction as well as from individual taxation.
Okay, okay. Is Shravani joined? Like
Yes.
you can ask her whether she is joining.
She will join today or no?
No, I don't. I have no clue about it.
Okay. Okay, so let's start. So if you have any like basic idea, then I can go for these questions. Otherwise, we will revise from individual taxation. So what will you say? Um, individual taxation or property transaction? Which one? Sorry.
Individual.
Okay, okay. So let's do first.
Individual taxation.
Okay, so first from individual. Okay. So your question is Mrs. Toby is an administrative assistant. Her husband and she are cash basis taxpayer. During the year, Mrs. Toby earned 50,000 as an administrative assistant at the local high school. Mr. Toby, who died on July 1st, year 3, had been permanently disabled on his job and collected state disability benefit until his death. So during year 3, John, their daughter, received $200 a month in survivor social security benefit that began on August 1, year 3, and will continue at least until her 18th birthday. Mrs. and Mr. Toby received the following in year 3. So they have following types of income. First is earned income of $50,000. Second is state disability benefit of $1,500. Interest on refund from amended tax return. Saving account in certificate of deposit. Municipal bonds. Next, they have some gift of 3,000. Pension benefits. Jury duty pay. Life insurance proceed and income from piano lessons. So next additional information is given that about these income sources that they have received 3,000 from her uncle. Mrs. Toby received the pension distribution from a qualified pension plan paid for exclusively by her husband's employer. Mrs. Toby was the beneficiary of life insurance policy on her husband's life. She received a lump sum distribution. The Toby paid $500 in premium. Mrs. Toby received Mr. Toby's accrued vacations pay of $500 in year 4. Mr. and Mrs. Toby do not 5-10-40 Schedule A in any year. Mrs. Toby had a total of $6,125 in federal tax withheld in year 3. The Tobys did not qualify for a federal or state tax refund in year 2. So for each of the item listed below, determine the amount that would be entered in the year 3 tax return. So basically you have to tell what should be the amount that you will add in year 3 tax return and enter your answer in the indicated cell. If the value of the cell is 0, you must enter a 0 to receive credit for your answer. So all answers should be entered as positive values rounded to the nearest whole number. Okay. So these are the basically values you have to put. So first read this question, then we will do the questions. Read this topic, sorry. Should I scroll down? Have you read this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's discuss first question. So wages, salaries, and tips. So what amount you will report in year 3 tax return? So out of these income, what should be the income that you include in wages, tips, and
50,000.
okay. So 50,000. Any additional amount you want to include in this?
Ma'am, income from piano lessons.
Okay. So actually, wages, salaries will include the income that you are getting from your like employer. If this piano classes will be considered as your self-employed income.
Then only 50,000.
Oh, also, this 50,000 she is earning from the administrative assistant at the local high school. So 50,000 is from administrative assistant. So this is also like wages, and 50,000 is also earned income means wages.
Then 1 lakh.
Done. Okay, next is Mr. Toby State Disability Benefit. So they are getting the disability benefit. It will be taxable or not.
Ma'am, 1,500.
Okay. Any other guess or 1,500?
Can you go up?
Yeah, sure.
1,500.
Okay. Next. 3,000 cash gift from uncle. So cash gift will be taxable if or not. If yes, then how much amount?
Zero.
Okay. And Shravani, you want to change something or zero?
Zero.
Okay. So next is Mr. Toby die on July 1st, year 3, and Mrs. Toby is receiving 5,000 in life insurance proceeds. So this will be taxable or not? Life insurance proceed of $5,000.
Ma'am, non-taxable, 0.
Okay. Okay.
0, 0.
Okay. So next is your taxable interest. So they are getting interest on refund from amended tax return, saving account and certificates of deposit or municipal bond.
Ma'am, 400.
Okay, any other guess? So you are saying $400.
State bond is exempt. So it's 500.
Okay, so 500 or 400 or 350. Three options are there. Which
400 or either 500.
okay.
State bond is exempt.
So
Or
it is confirmed that municipal bonds are not taxable. Interest from municipal bond. So 500 will
400.
definitely not
400.
answer. Also, if you are getting any refund from amended tax return, it is also non-taxable according to me. Then, if you want, I can write $400. What will you say? Because it is like your test basically.
Ma'am, 400.
Put it 400.
Okay. Next is tax exempt interest. So it will be 100.
100.
Okay. Next, other income. So other income they are getting.
Ma'am, income from piano lessons, $2,200.
Okay. Any other income?
2,400 jury duty.
Jury duty pay. Okay. So it is basically pay, not receipt.
Then 2,200.
Okay. Have you checked all this? Like any other income? This is related to year four premium.
No, ma'am.
Hmm? Okay. So 2200 final answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is pension and annuities. Taxable amount of pension and annuities. So look where this is the pension benefit and anything related to annuity, I think it is not there. Only pension benefits are there.
900.
Okay. Sure.
Nine hundred.
Okay, next social security benefits.
Zero.
Okay. Social Security benefit. This is 200 and I think nothing else is given. So yes, 200 or 0. What will you say?
Ma'am, can you show me the question? Ma'am, can you show me the question?
Yeah, sure. So this is the given Social Security. It's
Ma'am, 0.
okay. Next, accrued vacations pay. So this is the accrued vacation pay. They are getting $500 in year 4. Anything related to year 3 is not given.
Can you go down?
Yeah, sure.
A bit up. Up, up. Can you go up?
Yeah, sure.
1 second. 500 here. 4. 0.
Okay. Okay. So any answer you want to change or should I submit?
No, ma'am, no changes.
Okay, so 3 answers are wrong. So let's check. First is $50,000 should be the right answer. I think this is the same amount they have given 2 times. So that's why.
That's what we even thought of. But
Okay, so next, state disability benefits are not taxable. So that's why the answer will be 0. So benefit that are payable under state law for occupational injury or illness arising out of employment are non-taxable. So if they are equivalent to the workers' compensation. Okay. So this will be non-taxable. Is it clear?
yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat once again?
Okay, so state disability benefits basically are non-taxable. So that's why the answer will be 0.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so next is correct that any cash gifts if you are receiving, it will be non-taxable. Life insurance proceeds are non-taxable. Taxable interest also is the right. Tax exempt interest is also right. Other income. Okay, so other income it will be 2400. So we have not include the $200 for jury duty pay. Okay.
So that is received.
Yes. Actually, sometimes it is written jury duty received and sometimes it is written jury duty pay. So that's why I was saying ki,
Confusing. Yeah.
okay, so this is correct, but you also have to add jury duty pay also. Okay, so next we have correct like pensions are taxable, social security benefits, accrued vacations pays are non-taxable. Okay, any doubt in this question or
No.
No, ma'am.
okay. Okay, next question. Miller are 38 years old, a single taxpayer, and is the sales manager of Standard Corporation, an auto stereo dealer. Miller's adjusted gross income for the year is $67,000. Miller's mother incurred unreimbursed medical expenses during the year totaling $4,200. Because she was unable to pay these medical expenses herself, Miller paid them on behalf and cannot claim the mother as a dependent solely because her gross income is $10,000. So during the year 2025, the Miller had the expenses for shown in the following table. The amount of such each expense shown in the table is net of any insurance reimbursement received. In the column title Amount Reportable on Schedule A, enter the amount at a reportable unreimbursed medical expense deduction subject to a statutory percentage limitation. So, if none of a particular unreimbursed expense is reportable medical expense, enter a zero for the expense in the column. The total amount deductible on Schedule A, itemized deduction of Form 1040 US individual income tax return as medical expense will automatically calculate. So here you have to ignore AGI limitations means like the AGI limitation that is subjected to these expenses you should ignore that. Only you have to tell like how much expenses you will report in the schedule A. So first is related to medical insurance premium paid with after tax dollars. So if you are paying the medical insurance premium of 2650, then how much like you can claim in your schedule A.
So here you have to basically answer how much deduction we can claim, correct?
No, how much amount you can like report in schedule A. For deduction, you have certain AGI limitations, but you have to ignore this limitation in this question. So basically, you have to report how, like whether the amount is taxable or whether the amount is non-taxable. If taxable, then you have to include the full amount without any AGI limitation. If it is non-taxable or non-deductible, then zero. No AGI limitations.
This will be 0.
So medical insurance premium you are paying, then it will be claimed as itemized deduction or not. What will you say, 0 or 2650?
Non-deductible?
Okay. And Shravani? Okay. So medical insurance premium are basically deductible. Okay. So next,
But
disability.
this is a personal medical or how was it like?
So anything is related to this is, I think, not given. Um, incurred, reimbursed, paid them on behalf, and this. So medical insurance premium, basically, if you are paying any insurance premium on uh, like taxpayer or taxpayer's spouse and dependent will be also covered here.
Okay.
So it is deductible expense. You can claim it under medical and dental expenses. Next is disability insurance premium. So is it deductible or not?
It will be deductible. It is not taxable.
It will be deductible. Are you sure?
It is not taxable. On
No,
com
you are not getting anything. You are paying premium. So it will be deductible under Schedule A or not deductible. Also, this is a simulation, I think, released by AI CPA. So this kind of simulations you can get in your exam related to this itemized deduction. Okay, so are you sure like disability insurance premium?
Just 2 minutes. Yes, zero.
Yes, disability insurance premium are not deductible. Okay, next is vision correction surgery. So if a taxpayer has some surgery related to vision correction, then he can claim under medical expenses or not.
Ma'am, no.
Look, देखो,
Deductible.
if you have medical expenses like which are of basic medical need, like surgery, transplant, or any like prescription drugs, medicine in medical insurance premium, then it will be deductible. But if you have certain surgeries which are you're just doing to improve your appearance basically, which are not the medical need, then it will be not deductible. Okay, also if you have any non prescribed drugs, then it is also not deductible. Also, under medical expenses, if you have certain improvement in your home, which is of course a medical need, or hair transplant, basically in case of like cancer patient, because this is a procedure which is basically done to improve their mental health. So that will be deductible. Otherwise, if someone is doing hair transplant just to improve their appearance, then in that case it will not be deductible. Okay, so I think you can now answer these questions easily. So, vision correction surgery, what will you think? Is it a medical need or just for uh, like changing appearance?
Deductible.
Yes. So, if someone has any cosmetic surgery, then it will be not deductible. Hair transplant procedures,
Not deductible.
Not
yes.
deductible.
But in case of cancer patient, in case of cancer patient, if someone is using the if someone is doing hair transplant or someone is using wig, then in that case it will be deductible. Next is chin enhancement surgery to improve the appearance.
Not deductible.
Not deductible.
Yes. Mother's medical expenses paid by Miller during the year. So if he is paying the medical expenses of his mother.
Deductible.
Deductible.
Okay. So here, one thing is given that he is not claiming the mother as a dependent because of her gross income. You have also like some different criteria. Like, do you know about the dependent criterias? Like, we will decide someone is dependent or not based on certain criterias like their income tax, residence test, age test, their relation test.
No.
Okay. So, read it one after the class. Please read these dependent criteria from your book. You have certain criteria to claim someone is dependent, like he should be your relative. Okay, so if you are claiming him as a qualifying relative or qualifying children, then they have different criterias. Like for qualifying children, you do not need to have any income criteria. Similarly, for qualifying parents, you do not need to include the like living criteria. Basically, the parents do not need to live with the taxpayer. They can live separately and still can be claimed as dependent. Okay.
Okay.
So, what will you think that mother's medical expenses paid by Miller during the year? For medical expenses, you have like some different criterias. Like you do not need to check for all criterias, only some criterias will be relevant. So, mother's medical expenses paid by Miller during the year. What will you think? He can claim his mother's expenses in 1040 or not?
Since there is limit, he cannot. I think
Zero?
0.
Okay. Okay, so let's do the next part. Indicate the dollar. Sorry. In the following table, indicate the dollar amount of limitation, if any, that applies to the expenses above. So enter any limitation at the negative number. Okay, so total amount from the above table. So this is the total amount. What is it? 5950. Okay. So AGI limitation 7.5% means if you will do the 7.5% of this amount, it will give you, let me calculate, 5950 into 0.
6.25.
4.
446 point.
Okay. Okay, so have you got how we come to these numbers? So basically, they are first asking you the total amount. So total medical expenses are here. Then it will be subjected to 7.5% of limitation, means you can only claim the expenses which are above this 7.5% limitation. So it will give you this amount. Is it clear? So basically you have to like carefully put these values, because on the basis of these values you will got these numbers. So anything you want to change or
I did not understand to the hair transplant procedure.
sorry?
The hair
Yeah,
plant.
yes, it we have put 900. You were asking the $0. Okay. Okay. Any other thing?
No, no.
Okay, यहाँ भी change करना पड़ेगा.
I'm 378.7.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
No, no.
Okay. So this is an important simulation because it is released by AICPA. Okay. 62% is correct. Let us check. So basically, I told you that you will get these values only right when you put these values right. So basically, everything is correct except this mother expenses. So mother expenses can be claimed in 1040, as I told you that under medical expenses you have certain like only some conditions of dependent which will be applied. So medical expenses for the miler and his dependent are the deductible. Although miler mother is not dependent for the purposes of Schedule A, she can be considered a dependent if the only reason preventing the status is the gross income test. So this is the basically I told you that some of the like criterias will be not relevant in case of medical and dental expenses. So revise this dependent criteria from your book. So although mother is basically not qualifying for dependent because of her income, but for medical expenses, since we can ignore this income, then it she will be considered as dependent for the medical purposes and can claim their expenses in their tax return. So only this amount was incorrect. So basically, due to this amount, you will got these wrong answers. Any doubt?
No, ma'am, got it.
Okay. So quickly, this question, this is almost same simulation, or like we can do different one because it is almost same. Gift, life insurance, proceed, already discussed. Farming income is not the important topic, so let's do the next one. Because schedule F is basically a small schedule and they will not ask you the like whole simulation on this topic.
कढीपत्ता आणि हे कुठे आहे रे?
Okay, what are you saying?
कढीपत्ता ना मागवला, कोथिंबीर आणि कढीपत्ता ना मागवला.
Okay,
तिथून कोथिंबीर आणि कढीपत्ता कुठे आहे?
I think we will not able to complete this simulation. So with respect to time, we can do some MCQs only.
कुठे?
It contain the exhibit and it will take times.
कढीपत्ता आहे तो. कढीपत्ता आहेच नाही.
So let's do this MCQ.
पालक आहे. कुठे आहे
If
कढीपत्ता कोथिंबीर?
person was hired as an employee of
सकाळपासून काय भाजीत घातलं एवढं? काय मजाक करतोय?
Dhanashri, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, sorry.
In year 2, Carson was hired as an employee of Barton Corporation. As a part of his employment contract, Barton provided a company car for the Carson spouse. Mary, who is not employed, the value of for the use of the automobile in year 2 was 8,000. Carson does not use the automobile. Carson and Mary file a separate individual income tax return. So, what amount, if any, should be reported as the value of taxable fringe benefit on Carson's or Mary's year 2 income tax return for personal use of automobile? So, Carson was basically an employee of a company, and his company has basically provided a company car for Carson's spouse who is not employed. The value of this automobile is $8,000. Carson does not using this automobile and they are filing a separate income tax return. So what amount, if any, should be filed as a value of taxable fringe benefit? Any guess?
Can you come again?
Ma'am, zero.
Zero for both or zero for one? So you have to tell that Carson is getting a company car for his wife. They are both filing their separate returns. So what amount should they report as taxable fringe benefit in their tax return? So Carson 4,000, Mary 4,000, 8,000 or 0, 0, 0 or 0 or 8,000.
Ma'am, zero for both.
Okay, sure. Sure or
Confused, actually, not getting the answer.
okay. So basically, if you have some minimal kind of benefit from your company, like you are using a company car just for personal use, then it will be non-taxable. But if you have like fringe benefit which are of higher value, then it will be taxable. So what will you think? This 8,000 is obviously like Carson is getting from his employer, then it will be more relevant for Carson rather than for his wife. So obviously his wife will not be like any amount will not be taxable for his wife. But for Carson, what will you think? It is a minimal benefit or of significant value?
Significant value.
Okay, so option B, C, A, D, what will you say?
Option B.
Option B. Okay. So let me submit it. Correct. So since fringe benefit is a result of the employment and also it is not a minimal kind of benefit. So that means it will be taxable for the employee. Next is IRC section 199 provide a deduction that can be claimed by certain business owner for qualified business income. So QBID deduction. Basically, so what is the amount of deduction? So how much deduction you can claim under QBID?
Spent.
Any guess?
%.
Okay, sure. Okay. So QBID deduction is basically 20%. You can claim 20% of QBID in your tax return. Okay. Any doubt? So QBID deduction is of 20%. Any doubt? So we will discuss some simulation and MCQs related to property transaction tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I can give you 1 day for revision. Then we will discuss on Thursday. We can discuss on Thursday some MCQs and questions related to next unit. Okay, so revise the unit, and if you have any doubt, then you can let me know. Any doubt in today's session?
No, no.
No, ma'am.
Okay, then we will continue with next unit in next class.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.